You joined the HOG Auckland Chapter as we're travelling up the top end of the North Island, heading up to the Cape Reinga lighthouse via the public road there that's now thankfully sealed. Up until about a dozen years ago, 2010 or so, the last stretch of road which we're travelling on here was metal road only, so it was not really Harley friendly, although you could still obviously take motorbikes there, but you need to be a little bit careful. So how do we come to be here? Well, the HOG Auckland Chapter arranged for a weekend away. We stayed a couple of nights in Paihia in the Bay of Islands, which leaves us pretty well positioned to take a run up to the Cape. It's a little over 210 kilometres each way, so you do need to kind of make a day of it. We'd set off quite early in the morning, about 9 o'clock from Paihia, and after building in a stop for food and fuel at Awanui, we travel on up the island. It probably takes about 3.5 hours in total, including all the break time, to get to the top. Now, whether this is your first time up or one of many trips up, I think, at least in my opinion, I find that the journey through to Cape Reinga it's a fairly spiritual journey. It seems to me to be that way. And Māori mythology also shows this to be a very special place, where the spirits of the dead travel to Cape Reinga on their journey to the afterlife. There's many that can tell the tale much better and more profoundly than me, but that's the general gist of it. So suffice to say that Cape Reinga holds a very special place in the hearts of all the people of the land. Now there's one more thing I'd like to tell you about Cape Reinga. It's often thought of as being the northernmost point of the country, and actually that's not quite right. It is in fact the northernmost publicly accessible point of the country, of the mainland. But the title of northernmost actual point goes to a place about 30 kilometres east of here, and that's North Cape. And according to the compass guys, it's about 3 kilometres further north than Cape Reinga, which you could argue just comes down to pedantics really. So as far as I'm concerned, Cape Reinga is number one. We're heading there right now. Now there's going to come a time soon where I'll stop talking and let the video play out for itself as we approach the car park at the Cape Reinga lighthouse. I'll just tell you a couple of things that are coming up, so do stick around to the end, because what I'll be leaving you with is a really extended shot of the meeting of the seas, where the Tasman Sea and the Pacific Ocean meet. You can actually see the churning water, where the different tidal structures of those two great bodies of water come together and do battle with each other. It's quite something to see. That's right at the end, so do hang around. I'll tell you one other thing. As we're coming up to the car park, there's probably about 20 plus of us, and just as we're pulling in, we can see around about 16 other Harleys pulling out who'd also had a ride. Looks like they also came up from Auckland. We don't know those guys, but they're fellow Wynn brothers riding on the road, so safe riding, fellas. And on that note, I'm going to finish with my talking and let the last few minutes of this play out, so you can just enjoy the moment as it unfolds. Take care out there, ride safe, have fun. See you next week.